Kwakhona siyabuya. Yes, we are coming back once again, and this time sibuya kakhona ke we are talking definitely, one would say, what a brilliant definitely talk or a brilliant interview with Uzuko, who has actually been playing actually for EYSD, who have now moved to play definitely from EYSD to Cape Town City, from Cape Town City, loaned to, I would say, Cape Umoya. And hopefully, yes, things will be moving forward definitely, because we have seen and we have heard about the transfer things and the buying of the status. Remember the Roger Desa story? Let me not talk too much, because, Mamela, I'm not about the rumors here. Anyway, siphethe kaloku LFA Football Soccer Show. This is the LFA TV show for wena, and it is definitely on your Cape Town TV. Thank you to Safa and thank you to Cape Town TV for bringing this one for wena up Gwendlin. And this time we are saying we know for a fact football is nothing without our legends. You know, football, it is nothing without our legends. We went to, I would say, Gordons Bay to talk to Mr. Nelson Joseph. Mr. Nelson Joseph is the former, one would say, coach of Benny McCarthy. Yes, Matthew Booth, David Kannemeyer, a lot of them, of course. Let's listen to Mr. Nelson, what he was saying to us. Thank you very much for welcoming us. Right. Yes, and this is Mr.
Farouk Abrams. David Kannemeyer.
David Kannemeyer, this one. Which tournament was this?
This is
the under 20.
Yeah, under 20 tournament when we came home from, I think, from Bloemfontein.
Welcome once again, of course, to the LFA TV show. It is your new baby at home, and definitely, you know, it is the voice of the amateur football and definitely the development of amateur football. And this time of an hour, we are definitely having the VIP Legends Corner. And this time, it is definitely where we are saying to you, welcome to the home of the legend. And yes, we do have Mr. English, and known definitely by those who have played alongside him. And it is definitely none other than the coach Nelson from Benny McCarthy, who definitely have been played under him. Monique Joseph, of course, he knows him, and definitely Matthew Booth. And today, let me say this, he is known as Mr. Coach, of course, one would say Coach Nelson, by the young players of the under 12s of the YSD in Makassar. Of course, I'm saying in Makassar. Many people will say, in Makassar? Yes, we are inside the Dolphin Way in Gordons Bay. Mr. Nelson, once again, thank you very much for welcoming us inside your home. And this time, may I actually sort of say this, thank you once again for giving us this kind of opportunity to have, I would say, one would say, a glimpse of your journey of your life of football.
Yeah. So, I'm Nelson Joseph.
Yes.
I was born in Seimerstein. From Seimerstein we moved to Wynberg, Bitterboeber. And there we moved to Lansdowne. And I grew up in Lansdowne. Playing in the street with a tennis ball, you know. And I can still remember there was times that, you know, there wasn't much cars at the time. People, yes. It's only the business people that had their own cars. Yeah, we used to go to province every Sunday when Barchis, the Mr. Barchis or something, he was the president at the time. And we used to go out, you know, on a Sunday. You know, when I leave, when my family leave to go to school, to church, yes. then I would go to soccer. Running after a grown-up man, running after that ball for more than, I don't know how many years, but I loved it. And my wife, she understood me at the time. At the time. At the time. And we used to go there, and Farouk Abrams, what's his name? Booby Solomons. Yes. Booby Solomons was also the director in charge of the soccer there. So now Farouk, and you know Farouk, very good friend of mine. I've got great respect for him. Besides, you know, besides him being, he used to play for Kaizer Chiefs, and he was on a national, what's his name, too, as a goalkeeper coach. But even after that, you know, when they approached me, and Bobby Solomon said to me, I want you to assist Farouk. Farouk is head coach, you're the assistant.
I thought assistant or no assistant, I want to do the job.
Yeah, because it's football.
It's football.
It's what you are crazy
It's
for.
football.
And it's what you love.
I loved it, you know. And from there, when we worked together, we had about 5-6 players of Hellenic.
Do you remember which year was it, maybe?
Oh, I can't remember now.
Anyway,
Yeah.
it's such a big deal for me.
Now, Colin Gee, I must, you know, Colin Gee did a good job at the time. That's why we could get about 5-6 players from Hellenic. Yeah, and other from Hellenic and then other players around it, and one player from Langa, and then that place opposite Ajax, that district there.
Yes.
We had to get 3 players there, and we had Matthew Booth of Cape Town Spurs.
Cape Town Spurs, yes.
And
I
Matthew
saw
Booth.
actually, I saw his sort of, I think it was his pictures here.
Yeah.
Matthew Booth. That's one.
And David Kennemeyer we had, and Matthew Booth, David Kennemeyer, Munib Joseph from Mitchell's Plain, and he was also at Cape Town Spurs. You know what I mean?
Yes.
But you know when and also Benny.
Benny McCarthy.
Yeah, yes.
I see he is here as well.
Yeah, yeah.
In this one, because I see this
Yeah.
is the Benny McCarthy, and this is the squad actually that
Yeah,
you're
yeah.
looking after.
And you see, for me to have given that opportunity.
There is Mr. Nelson,
Yeah.
and there's Benny McCarthy.
You know, for me to have given it opportunity to assist Farouk, I had the opportunity. At the same time, I had the opportunity to work with these good guys.
Wow.
Gee, you know, it was great for me. It was great for me. Now myself and Farouk, we had a very good understanding.
Now, there you are.
I never backchat because I honored him.
Yes.
You know,
Yes.
and we were just, you couldn't get us apart. We were just like that. If he said me, Nelson, this and that, I would say, okay. Now,
So this speaks on your understanding between each other.
now we
as
had very good understanding.
officials at the time.
Yeah. You see, we were champions 94, champions 94, 95, and 96.
Champions of United
Provincial.
I think there's
Provincial under 20
under
champions.
20. I saw Benny McCarthy with the trophy of the
That
under
big
20,
thing.
the big, you know.
Yeah.
Was it the United Bank?
They were the sponsors.
Yes, United Bank.
They were the sponsors.
United Bank.
We were champions here about 94, 95, and 96 champions. Just like that.
Now you had actually also a chance to, I'd say, to go to overseas, and then talk to us about this trip that was just for you going to overseas.
Yeah. Well, at that time, my daughter was, she was staying in London. She worked in London. She was staying in London, and so I thought to myself, I said to my wife, "Oh, I'm going to speak to my daughter," and I said, she's nearest now." So I said to her,
And you are still that kind of local coach.
"Yeah, I'm local, but I was so greedy. I was local and greedy." And I phoned her from here, and I said to her, "Shemaine, are you nearby the what's his name, the LFA?" "Are you nearby the LFA?" She said, "Yes, Dad." And I wrote to them. I wrote to them to the number 16 Lancaster Gate, London, W2 3LW. This was in 1994. Yes, sir.
Yes.
I wrote to them.
It was the 3rd of November.
Yeah,
Yes.
I wrote to them and asked them, you know, what will it cost me to do a what's his name, a course there or whatever. But man, oh man, when they wrote back to me and let me know what it will cost.
Yes.
What I said, just no, I don't have
Too much.
so many pounds.
100 and 1,648 pounds.
Pounds. A poor man like me. I said I just stopped it there.
Yeah.
But the
But the story did not stop there.
huh?
But it did not stop there because you ended up going there.
Oh yes, yes, sir. And also, okay, and I spoke to my daughter. I said to my daughter, I said to her, Shemaine, I'm thankful, but Daddy don't have that amount. don't have that amount of money. But anyway, she offered myself and my wife to come over for a holiday. So my wife didn't want to go over because she wasn't well, you know. She wasn't well. So I went over. So I thought to myself, well, this is a very good opportunity. If I lose this opportunity, I will never be able to go overseas out of my own. I went to London. We went to places like Switzerland, Germany, all this, Italy, but I wasn't worried about going tour the provinces there. I was worried. There's something I wanted to get into number 16 Lancaster Gate. The people that run the football there. What is that? The football association. I want to be there.
Yes.
And my daughter said, "Daddy, I'll take you." So we went in there. Went in by the office. Good afternoon, lady. How are you? I'm fine. Are you visitors? Yes, I'm from South Africa. Oh, nice. And I still saw the Bedford Cape, the FA Cape Cup, Bedford
Cups,
Cup.
all the cups.
All the cups I saw in a big display cabinet. And I asked him, "And is it possible for me that can I watch any top teams practicing?" So she said to me, "Yes, you can. You can if you do have the time. You can. I'll give you the addresses and so forth." And but I don't know what happened because we didn't go. My daughter had to go somewhere else. But I went to. We took the train at Central London, and we went to Arsenal.
Yes.
The Arsenal, you know, the Arsenal Stadium and so forth. Men coming from South Africa, from Mitchell's Plain, and you're over there. You know, here it's different.
Yes,
You just get into a taxi, Athlone Stadium, and you could see the stadium from a distance.
Yes.
Hi, boy. There you get Central London, you get into the train, you go to Highbury. You get off. Now, this was me. I got off the train, myself and my wife, myself and my daughter, and I said to this, now they call this guy, railway guy, the station master. I said, "Good afternoon, sir. Can you tell me where is the Highbury Stadium?" He looked at me. He said to me, "Man, you just go out of the station, stand on the pavement, you look up in the sky, you will see the stadium." I thought, "Hi, boy."
What the kind of directions are these?
And I did exactly what he said. I went out of the station, stood on the pavement, looked up in the sky. I saw the lights, the stadium. Now there's stadiums, like even Tottenham, it's on stadiums. Manchester United is on the stadiums. You know, it's easier to travel for the spectators to travel. You know, not like we have to take taxi from Mitchell's Plain, you know, go there and you know, taxi from. No. It's so convenient. But I had a wonderful time.
Which now speaks to why they would have so much fans in their spaces in that case, because there's that kind of close community, you know.
Yeah, I'll come to that. You see there, I've answered question two. So I was said, you know, that one side of the stadium, of a third or one section of the stadium, it's only for the Jacobs, or for the Johnsons, or for the whatever your surname is. Mm-hmm. No one is allowed to sit there. From generation to generation, sit there on that part of the stadium. I don't know if it's still like that. Wow. That is what I was told.
Yeah, just to Mr. Nelson Josephs from David Kannemeyer. I just would like to thank you for what you've done years ago being my Western Province coach. And I hope you everything of the best. I believe you coaching again, and I know you will give back to the kids and make them better kids. And I hope God spare you for many, many more years to come. Thank you.